getting into the latest expected snow totals. Now, there's a little time for this to change, but we're only, like I said, about 24 hours out. So there's some confidence in these totals, what we're seeing here. But of course, there's always a low end, an expected, and a high end. Someone could see a dry slot move in here. I think we could see some dry air move into this region just east of Charlotte. We're talking the Research Triangle down there through potentially Rockingham and Fayetteville, but also it could be a little bit farther west. Maybe it is through Greensboro, Winston-Salem, down there through Charlotte. So we're gonna have to watch. It's really difficult to see where that dry air sets up. Now, if you get a little bit of that dry air in, it's not gonna mean you don't get any snow, but instead of getting 9 inches, maybe you get 4 or 5 inches. But anyways, here's the expected totals. We're expecting 8 inches into Charlotte. You go up to Greensboro, we're talking about 7, 8 inches. You get out towards the Research Triangle, 6 to 8 inches. Now you push out towards the North Carolina coast, especially central to northern North Carolina coast. We could be pushing 9 to 14 inches expected. Now on the high end, you could push these totals way up. Greenville, South Carolina, 6 inches expected. Columbia, about 6 inches expected. Augusta, 3 inches expected, potentially 6 on the high end. We're seeing some pretty good totals here, including up through Appalachia. Boone, I think 8+ is possible. Asheville, we could be talking 5 to 8 inches. And then you could see up here in southern West Virginia, southern Virginia, out there in southeastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, and in Georgia, we could push somewhere between 1 to 5 inches. Tough to tell how far north, how far south the snow gets. Obviously, you want to be in this area where the totals are a little bit higher. There's a little bit more confidence there. I will say if we get the high end numbers through portions of North Carolina, we could see some all-time records. I know right now the high end for Charlotte is at around 15 inches. That would be an insane snowstorm for Charlotte. It's about a 10% chance of that happening, but it could. And we're seeing the possibility of 20 inches in some areas like through the Research Triangle, Greensboro, if you get your high end. So crazy, crazy, crazy snow here. Not everyone's going to see their expected snow totals. I think a lot of people will. Some people are going to see slightly under. Some people may see slightly over.